All right, hello. This is Merps. Let's talk about the new big Battlegrounds patch. Woo! So the Battlegrounds patch is coming on the 15th. By the time this video comes out, it probably will be out or close to being out. Being out. Yes, words. I do words. Very good. But this is the biggest patch that we will be seeing for Battlegrounds. I think like ever, because what it's doing is not only introducing new heroes and new minions, it's got a limited time Darkmoon prize system. So it's like a limited time event for those of you guys who play Arena, and if you're watching this channel, you know what I'm talking about. It's just like one of those limited time events in which they mix it up, do wacky things. And effectively, what you're doing is introducing spells in Battlegrounds for a limited time. So it's just, like they say, it's adding a new twist to every Battlegrounds match for the next 2 months. That's a long time, man. But what happens here is that you get these prizes. You get to discover from prizes. And it's odd because it says prize turn 1, prize turn 2, prize turn 3. It's not actually turn 1, turn 2, and turn 3. It's turn 4, turn 8, turn 12, and turn 16. So that's when you get to discover this. And you can see that the effects of these spells go up in power. So first, what ends up happening is you get to discover one of these. They're pretty good, you know. They're okay, but the effects are fairly small. And then once you get to turn 8, you see that stuff like gets bigger. And I like how some of these are more immediate effects, and some of these are you able to look further into the future and say yes, like this is something that won't be as powerful on this turn, but I have the room to kind of take this and to grow. So something like Rule Rules is going to be okay for some people and just terrible for other people, depending on the position of the game that they're in. So that's pretty cool. Once we get to turn 12, good old Ice Block is back. I don't know if I'm a fan of this one. Just because Ice Block is supremely annoying. Just super duper duper annoying. But as we can see, once you get to turn 12, the game gets pretty intense, which makes sense. If you're looking at these effects and you're going, holy moly, these are huge. On turn 12, the game does get a little bit crazy. So this is more manageable. And then on turn 16, which I will say, most games don't even make it to turn 16 nowadays. But on turn 16, you get to discover one of these, and I think that's like fine. So it adds an interesting twist to Battlegrounds. I like it such that it doesn't like completely change up the way that you view the game. It's just something that is extra, right? It's not like it's not something that fundamentally changes the rules. You should still view the game in the same way. So it's cool. I'm looking forward to it, and we will see what happens. Oh yeah, and here is only one player can discover Ice Block on turn 12. So that's fine. And now let's see what the new heroes are. First we have Cthulhu. And if you didn't watch Slissa's reveal video, you definitely should. She has a very catchy tune in there. But Cthulhu is a hero with a 2 mana hero power. At the end of your turn, give a friendly minion +1/+1, repeat 0 times, upgrade after each use. So Cthulhu is a hero that rewards you for using this as many times as possible, which means you're staying lower. That's not exactly great, just because right now the name of the game is teching and tiering up. And Cthulhu would be crazy good if you could target it, right? If you could target it, it would be crazy good. You can't target it. So what I see Cthulhu being is just kind of like a different Rakanishu, like almost like a worse Rakanishu. So he could be like kind of fun, but he takes you away from winning the game. I like the flavor of it. I like what it does, and certainly I am not a fan of them adding, like more Elises, more Galakrons, and in fact they take away Galakron later, as you see. So I like this. It's an interesting, safe hero power. Is it going to be broken? Absolutely not. Am I fine with it? Absolutely yes. This is not going to be broken at all. So thank you, Cinnamon Sparkles, for the bits, by the way. No more alphabet. Oh my gosh, no more alphabet. So that's my assessment of Cthulhu. It's definitely not going to be broken. Is it going to be an above average hero? I don't know. Maybe. Yet to be seen. Okay, N'Zoth. Start the game with a 1/1 fish that gains all your death rattles in combat. Oh man, Curator is off somewhere crying. By the way, the fish is also a beast. It's been shown that the fish is also a beast. So this just really rewards you for playing death rattles, and also rewards, like, beasts and death rattles just have a natural synergy as well. This is just super duper cool. Like, it gains all of your death rattles in combat. So even at the beginning of the game, like, you pick up a small N'Zoth, and this thing is just like spawn N'Zoth. How is a fish a beast? Well, I don't know, but this is just their, like, they just designate it as a beast. So this should be good. I think there's a lot of interesting applications to be had here, but if you just look at all of the death rattles that there are in the game, whether it's beast or not, like, even if you have an egg, it's really good. This is just a good tempo and a good potential late game tech unit as well. We have Yasharaj. Embrace your rage for 2 mana. At the start of combat, add a minion from your tavern tier to your warband, and then you keep it. So what ends up happening here is you have a variant of Yogg, almost, which is not that surprising, right? The old gods being a little bit similar to each other. If you think about it this way, Yogg Saron for 2 mana also grabs a minion. Does not guarantee for it to be from your tavern tier, though, but you get it immediately, and you get a +1/+1. Yasharaj, you add it from your tavern tier. You don't gain it immediately. And you don't get the +1/+1. So, it just seems to be, like, later on, it has some applicability. Later on, it's, like, potentially better, right? But Yogg is a little bit better early on, and this thing is just not great early on. So, like, I can't see Yasharaj being that strong. Like, the heroes that are good are either heroes that help you tech up really fast, or faster than the other heroes, or ones that have an insane tempo advantage, with, like, even some upside for the late game, right? Like, let's look at Lich King. This just doesn't really cut it nowadays. But once again, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the fact that these are just cool heroes that we can try out and do not seem at all to be overpowered. Like, I think we're all tired of heroes that come out and are immediately overpowered, like pre-nerf Ragnaros, Wagtoggle, Unleash right now, she's definitely a little bit too strong. So I'm totally fine with this. I'm actually very, very happy that these are the heroes that are released. Interesting, doesn't seem to be overpowered. Okay, Galcron has been removed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sir Finley is back. I have always liked Sir Finley. It gives you another shot at a hero. Akazamzarak has returned. Akazamzarak was the reason that Sir Finley was banned anyways. So it was Sir Finley paying for the Akazamzarak's mistakes. And Competitive Spirit has been added to the secret pool. Okay. They needed that to prevent like the ice block shenanigans. And for Silas, they increased the overall chances of getting tickets after turn 1. I like that. Right now, Silas is obviously not a great hero, so why not tune Silas up a little bit, give him extra chances for the ticket. I think this is a good change overall. Zephyrus now only costs 3. Oh, is this going to be like a Reno Jackson situation where Reno started off at 4 mana and then is now at absolutely nothing? Oh gosh, it's just funny to think about. But this is fine. Zephyrus is not OP at all, so I'm okay with this. Patches, you now get your pirates a little bit faster. Not just a little bit faster, because it resets to 3 always instead of resetting to 4. This means the cycle is going to be so much faster. Now, the problem has always been pirates are not great, right? It's not really the issue with patches. Like this hero power for better tribes, sorry guys, might be okay, but pirates have always been lackluster. Let's look at the new minions. This is the Acolyte of Cthulhu. It is a 2-mana. It's a tier 1, 2 mana, or sorry, 2 mana, 2 attack, 2 health, taunt, reborn. So it's like replacing the Righteous Protector in a way, and it's like it ties with all 2/3s and the 2/4 as well. But unlike the Righteous Protector, you can't like buff it up, whether you're Daryl or whether you're Rakanishu or just whatever, and then get use out of that Divine Shield there. But this is pretty good. Good taunt. Late game applicability as well, because if you guys remember, Righteous Protector was good at just like being a double taunt. Tormented Ritualist. Oh, nope. Not interested in your fireside gatherings. Tormented Ritualist. Tier 2. 2/3. Taunt. Whenever this is attacked, give adjacent minions +1/+1. Okay. It's fine. It's just start of the taunt package. As you'll see, Blizzard is really pushing this whole taunt kind of thing, where they started it with Defender of Argus, Strong Shell Protector. Also, they had the 4/5 minion that gave your taunt minions extra attack, but they took that out. And that used to be a minion that people ignored until Tyrion came in, and then Tyrion with Righteous Protectors and everything actually were able to use it for a little bit. But they're going back to neutral taunts for a tiny bit, and I love it. You don't have to put out a tribe necessarily. You can just put in neutral units. It's good. Tier 3, 3/3, Death Rattle, add a gold coin to your hand. I like units like this in which you take an econ minion, right? For tier 3, you don't want a 3/3. You just don't. It's not good. But you're able to actually use it for econ. Now, it's one of those things where you compare it with like a Gambler, which is a tier 2 3/3, and you basically just save up the gold. With this one, you can actually earn more gold. It is hard. You have to keep it on your board, but it could definitely work. Arm of the Empire. This is tier 3. Whenever friendly taunt minion is attacked, give it +3 attack. Sometimes on tier 3, especially when you just get to tier 3, you just want a 4/5. 4/5 is fine. Like this is just a decent statted minion for when you get there and you kind of want to buy something. So this is good. I like this. And then let's say, you know, you have this and you have an Imprisoner on the board, or you have the Taunt Pirate. Um, it just works. Uh, Big Fernal. Big Fernal. Tier 4, 4/4 demon. After you summon a demon, gain +1/+1 permanently. This is interesting, right? Because it says after you summon a demon. So it's not play a demon. This means that it works with the demons that you play on your buying turn, but it mama summons it, that's fine. It gains the stats permanently. You have like the imp boss summoning the 1/1 demons. That's cool. It's gaining stats as well. To enhance shooty demons, yes, guys. It is a big buff for shooty demons as well. So you have like one big chunky bullet. The problem with shooty demons has always been though, like it's just even with one big guy, it's typically not enough. We'll see. Maybe Big Fernal is enough, but this definitely makes all demon variants a little bit stronger. We have Karaji Harbinger. So after a friendly minion with taunt dies, give its neighbors +2/+2. Okay. Okay. Once again, just doing this taunt thing. I'm wondering if we actually have enough support for kind of a taunt tribe. It doesn't seem like it yet, but we'll see. After a friendly taunt minion is attacked, gain +1/+1 permanently. This is champion of Yasharaj. Tier 4. You could gain quite a decent amount of stats here if you just have a lot of taunts at the beginning. This is like a pretty big buff for the taunt comp. And also, you can look at it like Gold Grubber in a way. I wouldn't discount this. I'm not saying this is like amazing, but if you guys remember when Gold Grubber first came out, everyone was like, wait, this card sucks. Like, there's no way it's applicable. And Gold Grubber surprised quite a few people. It surprised me as well. And this just reminds me of Gold Grubber, in which people look at it and they're like, well, it's just a 2/2, and like, how much can it really gain? And it can gain a decent amount, right? Like, even within a few turns, if you have the setup for it. Faceless Tavern Goer. Tier 5 4/4 Battlecry. Choose a minion in Bob's Tavern. Transform into a plain copy of it. So this will mainly just help you get triples. That's going to be its main goal, to help you get triples a little bit more often. I'm not sure I love that, because it's just going to help you get those tier 5 and tier 6 triples a lot easier. Yeah. So I'm not sure I love this, because I don't like the heroes that make tripling very easy, and I don't like cards that make tripling easier as well. It's something in which I like the triple mechanic, but I don't like how much easier it is getting to triple. So we'll see where this goes. Right now, I'm just not a fan of what this allows you to do in the game. Mithrax the Unraveler. At the end of your turn, gain +1/+2 for each minion type you control to Tavern 5, 4/4. Menagerie buff. Unnecessary, because Menagerie is in a really good spot right now, so it's really just unnecessary, but it could be good. One of the problems that you have with Menagerie, though, is do you actually have enough space for this? And when you get it, is it going to be good still? I think it will. Like, I think if you're able to pick this up early on, it's pretty decent. And if you think about it this way, you always wanted to initially if you were going menagerie, like, you know, triple into 5 anyways, right? Like that was just a natural thing. You triple into 5, you go for the brand, the light fang. That's good. You could pick up like a strong tier 5 unit to replace one of your weaker menagerie units, like Sneeds, instead of like a harvest golem, for example. So 5, you know, there were just a lot of good things there, and Mithrax is yet another good 5. So this is good. Elistra the Immortal. This is the tier 6 unit, neutral, and Divine Shield Reborn. Whenever a friendly taunt minion is attacked, this gets attacked instead. So this has like a lightning rod ability where it just sucks all of the attacks in, and that is very valuable. That is like really, really, really valuable, because it changes the way that the combat is performed, right? Like order matters a ton in BGs. So I think this is like extraordinarily interesting, in that what gets weakened is definitely like poison comps. Like poison comps want to attack into something that that is big, right? It's like you have that big giant elemental. Okay, well, great. Instead of being able to attack into that, you're just gonna be hitting into the 7/7, which is gonna kill your like small poisonous minions again and again, right? You have like 3 small poison guys. Elistra, like you have a bumper and then some small poison guys. This card will just absorb all of that. Righteous Protector has been removed. Beast has been removed. I can understand that. Crowd Favor has been removed. I don't understand this at all. Crowd Favorite was fine. It had a spot. Like it was applicable. It had a spot in the game. So I'm not a huge fan of that. Shifter has been removed. Oh, F. F, F, F. I don't know why. I don't know why you would do this. Because Shifter was one of those cards where, you know, it's fun and it sometimes had applicability in the highest levels of competition as well. I've taken Shifter a decent amount of times on my account, you know, like when I'm on the leaderboard. Not because I'm memeing, but because it's actually the right thing to do. And you want those opportunities. You want those opportunities for people to come back. You don't want it to be like amazing all the time, which Shifter wasn't, but it also just created that excitement. I really wish they would reconsider this and put it back. I thought Shifter at Tavern 3 was so interesting. Like, actually so interesting. Oh, and then we have these. But, so Blade Dance was nerfed. Shard Shatter Mystic was nerfed. Dread Lord's Bite was nerfed. This Demon Hunters will actually feel in the arena. Like, going from 3/2 to a 2/2, this they will actually feel. Oh, man. This is just like clockwork, right? Another patch, another set of Demon Hunter nerfs. Oh, Dino Tamer Bran, why? Voracious Reader. Yeah. Yep, just kicking aggro in the shins, huh? Lore Keeper Polkelt is now 5 mana instead of 4, so it's not just like a super duper Yeti anymore. That's also a little bit sad. We know Polkelt is crazy good, even in Arena where you have to draft a somewhat random deck. This is definitely going to hurt it a little bit. But, okay, so we have Duels Balance updates as well. Number of epic cards for acquiring. Yep. Okay. So just a few requirement things. Secret Studies is now at 1. Good. Good. Killmox nerf. Wow. Who could have seen this one coming? Ooh. Man. Raise your hand in the chat if you predicted this, because you must be a genius. I like this comment. Turns out Killmox was a Killjoy. Yeah, so now it's +1/+1 instead of +2/+2 for each discard. This thing was just way too powerful. Like, oh, crazy OP for a starting treasure. Moarg Outcast, they're nerfing this. I understand as well. Like they don't love how the Outcast Demon Hunters were playing. Gift of the Legion. Yeah. This OTK thing. It wasn't even like in my opinion, I don't mind seeing this stuff, but I can understand like this also really limits space, right? Like this is the stuff that really limits design space and is really dangerous in duels. But it was fun to see. I like this kind of stuff in duels. Hurting Horn has been buffed. My gosh, have you guys ever seen Hurting Horn? Ugh. After you play B, summon a copy of it and lose one durability. Yeah, this was. I mean, like, okay, sure, this was needed because Hurting Horn was just not a thing. I'm not gonna try to say this name. This has been buffed. Draw. Yeah. So Menagerie, kind of thing. Yep, that's fine. And then they're making updates to the rewards and progression. It's cool as well. And then we get all of these news. So, huge update to Battlegrounds. I love the fact that they're giving us so much content without even adding a new tribe. And you don't have to add a new tribe. You're effectively adding like a new neutral tribe, right? And we'll see how it works. I don't know if they have provided exactly enough support for a taunt gameplay, but I'm going to try it out. It's going to be really interesting. So props to Blizzard for dropping this right before the holiday season, giving us some new toys to play with. It's going to be a lot of fun. I love the fact that they're not introducing supremely OP heroes at the start of a patch. These all seem very manageable, but they do seem pretty fun. And I think that's the way we should be going, or that's the way it should be going forward. And then, of course, we have these spells, which just supplement your knowledge of the game. So, nice little people clap to Blizzard. Good times. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys.